Okay, how did your Asian child get all the way over there?
Tunnels. Remember? There's China tunnels, like straight from China to America, because they're clearly on the opposite ends of the globe.
You know what she just whispered to him?
She said,
I think the letter B is bullshit.
How did you know? Yes. She said, Daddy, I've been listening to you, and I really don't appreciate that you're leaving the letter B out of most of the words that you're saying. Or you're adding it where it doesn't belong.
That's not bussin', Daddy. That's not bussin'. The use
Show me that boy bussy, Daddy.
Show me, Daddy.
Show me, Daddy.
Welcome, horrible people, to the Horrible Opinions Podcast. And as always, I'm your host with finger toes, Kenny.
Oh, I'm your host with grippers, Daniel.
I'm your host with
concrete clappers,
ballerina toes, Ryan. Huh?
No, those are way prettier than ballerina toes.
We all have toes, guys. Isn't that neat?
Oh, when you said concrete clapper, I thought you were talking about your booty clapping cheeks.
No, when would those clap the concrete?
How much? Look, when you be dropping it low is when it'd be clapping the concrete. Like,
actually, that's a good point. You're right.
Yeah. What if they'd gone with some big booty aliens? Just when they made the house warble and all the shit fall around, like they're manipulating shit. It was just them outside just clapping them cheeks.
Then this would have been a movie.
That's a different movie.
That's a different, but it's still a great movie.
I don't know if it's better, but it's different.
I can tell you right now, that's 100% better.
Are we gonna have different takes on this movie?
Yes.
Are we gonna? Oh shit.
Oh, sounds like we're gonna kick Ryan out of the pot again. And if you can't guess, or you didn't read, today's episode is...
No one will read it to you.
No one will save you. 2023 Hulu original banger of a movie. Let's get to it, boys.
More like, no one can explain this to me.
I can explain it to you.
Explain it to you right now. It's really... Oh, okay. Ryan's just dumb.
He doesn't know what to do if there's not a character explaining what's happening.
God, how did he handle Willy's Wonder? Oh, we had a side character that explained it. That's right.
There were characters that talked in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's only one whole line of dialogue in this.
If I could see Ryan right now, like face to face, I'd spit on him.
Wait, you can't see? Do I not have reflections anymore? Have I gone true vampire? What's happening?
No, face to face. Your camera's focused on your junk again.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's vision's based on movement.
Nosferatu Ryan.
It is fluttering. Who wants to give us that sick ass synopsis?
I think Ryan does.
I think Ryan has earned it.
Okay. A child killer gets out. What's the word? Not ousted, but like we'll say ousted from the town, and then
town pariah.
Ostracized. Thank you. Town pariah by the town, and the only thing that can save her is an entire town getting abducted and replaced by body snatchers.
I mean,
that's a take.
I guess.
Challenge me. I dare you.
I mean,
I should say I did not hate this movie. It was.
You should say that. Yes.
Well, but it's not as good as I thought it would be.
Well, You're wrong.
Nah.
Did you watch like a trailer or something?
I knew nothing about this except that people said it was really good.
Daniel, are you surprised that Ryan didn't like this movie as much as I think we did?
No.
No? You can see why he wouldn't like it?
Yeah, I'm looking at him. I can see why.
Real piece of shit.
I think he revealed the reason with this first sentence. Child murderer.
So, that very important subplot for nothing.
It is for something.
I want to tell you that the aliens are like symbolic of the persecution she was feeling from the town. I want to tell you that the aliens are symbolic of some kind of forgiveness, crusaders who wipe out the rest of the town because they have like hate in their hearts. I want to tell you these things, but really, no, it's not there.
If you told me those things, I would probably disagree with you.
I think I'd disagree.
I want to tell you that
that's not them.
The Rambutans. That's this little fruit the fruit aliens
the spaghetti wads.
Yeah, that they're really just looking for their cousin Jason Slug. That's the only thing I can really confirm about this movie.
When this movie revealed that it had slugs, I screamed.
Okay, we will get into the bigger messages within this movie after we talk about the movie for a little bit here. I don't want to blow our load all at the front. So let's get into it. We got a lovely young lady named Bryn, played by Caitlin Dever, living in a nice big farmhouse.
She played Nathan Drake's daughter in Uncharted 4.
Ooh, fancy. How does she afford this house?
But it's her mom's
house. Mom died.
Yeah, okay. So again,
it was already paid for. Mom's like old school, so like they already have all their stuff paid for. They don't have an active mortgage, so she just inherited it.
But I mean, what about like the property taxes? What about your utilities?
Well, she sells like those old timey dresses.
She make the old timey dresses?
I mean, you see her doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, how does she? I guess she's got to make money off of that because she's got to afford the materials.
She's got a very popular Etsy store.
Oh well, she can be huge on Etsy.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, me and this lady, we'd get along because you know what? She loves tiny villages. I love tiny villages. Got big ass.
I too get along with child murderers.
I was gonna say you love hitting people in the face.
Although
with
I
rocks?
actually would get along with her. I think.
I mean, look, Ryan, you must not know that if you don't start none, there won't be none. She didn't start.
Yeah, other girl did a shove.
She finished it. And it's not her fault the other person's head is made out of paper mache.
It's actually not. I should say my problem is actually not with her. It's with the town.
Yes, the problem should be with the town.
This is
the story of a girl
Halloween ends
who cried a river.
Again.
Halloween ends again.
You remember Halloween ends?
That one was even more of an accident, but we're not going to get...
Sure, but it's still the whole town not letting you forget and persecuting you because of it. Not now, why she and her mom couldn't just leave after that. I mean, fresh start maybe.
That.
Can't ask that.
Why do I gotta leave if everyone else is an asshole?
Nice house.
Sweet house.
That's a perfect house. Perfect location. Secluded. Beautiful. I ain't leaving that.
Ain't leaving it.
I'm gonna outlive all y'all. Fuck you.
Yeah, I live clean. I don't even have to wipe.
I barely have electricity. What is with this old-timey house?
It's sick, right?
Why is there a rotary phone?
I mean, there needs to be a toilet with a bidet, and there needs to be a room with I
assume that was there. They just didn't
TV.
show it. The bidet, not the internet and the TV.
Yeah, because I have needs.
So we're introduced
Big
to
time
Ren.
needs.
She's making a dress. She's making
Bryn.
what looks like a little.
Bryn.
What'd I say?
Ren.
What'd you say?
Like Ryan without an A. Bryn with a B.
Bryn.
Wait, is it Bryn or Rin?
Bryn.
B-b-b-b.
Oh, I don't think you said the B the first time.
He did.
I definitely
Oh,
did.
I think
Yeah.
Discord's cutting it out.
I don't think
every time
you
I'm not hearing
said
it.
the B.
I'm not hearing it when
Oh
you
my
say
god.
it.
Are you is that a like a form of deafness where you just don't hear a certain letter sound?
It's like the
Oh
Bumblebee
my god.
ringtone, but it's with bees.
No.
I don't know what that means,
bees!
Oh
Not
god.
the
Not only
bees.
does Ryan have face blindness, but he also has the letter B blindness.
letter B is a solid letter. Actually, the letters are in the ABC. That is their order of importance.
Oh shit. You do your alphabet ranking right now.
A, B, C,
M-A-S-T-P.
Whoa.
Are you playing
Why?
Wordle?
Look up a frequency list.
I don't know what that means.
I know you don't.
How frequently
the
should I be
frequency, how
urinating?
frequently them letters appear in words and stuff.
Oh, I don't know. You tell me, man.
That's
You
gonna
tell me.
vary by
You're the
language,
alphabet
dog.
language expert.
We get this young lady zipping around her house, and then she's gonna go zippity-doo-dah out into the town. She's out in her car. She pulls up to near a neighbor's house. She sees a guy in the yard. She tries to wave. Dude just turns around and walks away. She strikes out with the first person she sees that day. And I'm like, man, this lady is shunned more than Daniel.
That's why I relate.
Yeah. And then she drops off those dresses she's mailing.
But she's being sneaky about it, always looking around, making sure no one's watching her.
Yeah, but when people see her, she tries to be nice. So then she leaves town and goes to the cemetery, and she's sitting at her mother's grave. And then she hears some voices, so she's like, well, I better leave. And she gets up and walks away, and she sees a group of people having a funeral. And she awkwardly waves at all the people having a funeral. It's like, well, in that situation, I think you just leave. And then she hears more voices, and she does a hide, and she sees an old lady assaulting a old police chief with her love.
I thought she was some kind of fugitive avoiding the cops.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
But only the cops. She was fine with everyone else in town, but whenever she saw a police officer, she would hide her face, and in this instant, hide behind her car. So I'm like, she's on the lam, but she's okay waving to I don't understand. I was confused.
Did you say she's on the lamb? Like with a B at the end?
Well, there is a B at the end of lamb.
I don't say bees. I can't hear them, and I can't say them.
Isn't it?
But you just did.
Yeah, but isn't it? It's on the lamb.
Yeah, but there is a B at the end of lamb.
There is a bee at the end of lamb.
Like there's a B at the end of lamb, like the animal. But like, is it? You're on the
Is
lamb.
that a different? Is that a different word?
I assume that's a different word.
Is that a
What
different
does it
phrase?
mean?
Yeah, you're riding a
What does it
lamb
mean?
around, and it takes you around the town, and it protects you because it takes you to the church, which is sanctuary. It's got a bell and a hunchback in
It's
it.
holy ground, right?
Yeah. The Highlander can kick you in the
I'm
nuts.
right.
There.
Obviously, the
Dumb.
sheriff,
That's
the
a
Highlander
different word.
sheriff.
Did you have to
Is
look
it?
it up?
I double checked.
is it with an M?
Questioned myself. No, it's just LAM. There's no B. It's on the
What?
lamb.
Okay, what does it mean?
Oh, to be on the lamb?
Well, I know what on the lamb means, but like, what does lamb in that context? What does lamb mean?
Lamb definition is
A creature that goes bah.
That's good, Daniel. That's very good.
to escape or flee.
Why?
I don't know, man. It's old English. It's that old stuff.
What's
There's a lot
the
of power.
etymology of the word?
I don't have to open anything, and it's not telling me right here. So that's as far as we're getting. That's all you get for the word of the day is lamb. See, I did it with a B to confuse you. It's
G.I.
lamb.
Joe. I still didn't hear the B. G.I. Joe.
He
Jesus
didn't
Christ.
actually say it that
Drop
time.
the beat.
I'm getting confused. You can't do this to old man
Well,
Ryan.
it's okay. So here's lamb with a B. Ready?
Yeah.
Lamb.
Okay.
Okay. Now here's lamb without the B. Are you ready? Lamb.
There was a difference. I heard it. This is riveting stuff. So she hides from the police chief and the lady, and then she sneaks out of there. She goes home, and she's writing a letter to Maud. And at this point in time, we don't know who Maud is.
Mods are
But
friends.
at some point, I get to say, and then there's Maud.
When she hits her with the rock, that's when you say it.
That's when you say it. Now, up next, we hear some noise coming around her house, and there's a mail truck approaching her mailbox.
Is the circle of dead grass in her yard? Has that already happened?
Yes.
I don't think she's seen one yet.
Yes. She comes outside. It's before she goes to deliver the package because she takes out her hose and tries to water it.
Yeah. You're right.
Immediately when she finds the ring of dead grass, I immediately know what's happening and what's going to happen.
What's happening, Daniel?
We got aliens.
Is it
We got
is it a
aliens.
crop circle?
It's a crop circle.
One of
We
them
got
crop
little
circles.
aliens.
So
It's a
little.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's not the correct mail truck for that route.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Oh, see?
First off, this is clearly a mounted route, probably even a rural route. So for one, that carrier wouldn't be wearing a uniform. Secondly,
Why not?
because rural carriers aren't required to wear uniforms.
Not
We
required.
went through this in Werewolves Within.
Are they prohibited from wearing one?
No, but if they were going to wear one, they'd have to spend their own money. And I got to tell you, they're extremely overpriced, which is why you only use your uniform allowance to buy them. We're talking like $50 for a piece of shit shirt. Don't even get me started on the pants.
Don't even get him
Don't
started
even get me
on
started.
the pants.
Secondly, that truck is left-hand drive. You need a right-hand drive vehicle to deliver those mounted boxes. Thirdly, the way he screws up delivering that package just by like being all excited and chucking it and everything, no mailman has that much energy.
Okay.
They're still going to do that bad a job.
Okay.
It's just going to be less enthusiastic.
See, I think he's enthusiastic about it because the town hates her. And so this is his one chance to play b-ball with a package. So he's going to take it. So this is like the only joy in this town is to punish her for what happened like 10 years ago.
No, that's a bad take. Let me go ahead and tell you. That mailman, he hates everyone in that town.
Because he's a mailman.
Because he's a mailman. If you've ever gotten a letter twice, like if they had to come back to your house after a single day because you got more mail, they hate you. Why are you getting more?
Just
I
bring
already
it the
gave you
next
some.
day.
Why can't you just bring it the next day?
No,
And
that's
just
what
bring
I'm
it
saying.
the next day.
What I'm saying is, once you get one letter, if I ever have to come back to your house again any other day, you've got too much. Why are you getting more mail? I already gave you mail one day. Stop getting mail.
But isn't that that's your route?
I would say like 99% of it's all spam shit anyway, right?
Yeah.
Hey, that's not my problem. My problem
Well,
is you
without
keep
that,
getting it.
you wouldn't have a job, bud.
Hey, look, I'd be happier.
Well,
without a job, I guess so.
So
yeah.
you did or did not relate to the mailman in this?
Did not
Did
because
not. Okay.
look, that's
I
that's
I
the
saw
wrong
him
truck.
3-point that shot, and I was like, "That's Kenny."
Now, in reality, if they really wanted to do it, he would have like soaked the package in a little water, and he would have got that shit inside the mailbox.
That seems like a lot of effort when you could just throw it.
Hey, you're less likely to get in trouble if it's in the box.
You're less likely to get in trouble for soaking a package.
Look, priorities.
How wet is your package?
Oh, my package is soaking.
Soaking is that Mormon thing they do.
It is. One day we'll tell you about soaking. So, look, she sees him kick the package. She's not phased. She's used to this. She's now going to go back inside and give herself some private dance lessons. She's got like the foot cutout thingies on the floor, dancing around. Now, Ryan, what are you thinking about her so far?
I'm thinking that somehow, for some reason, she has been kept in this house isolated by herself, like through childhood, and I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. Were you already thinking aliens?
From the crop circle, yeah.
Okay,
but I thought the alien was, well, we'll get to it. At some point in this, at the very beginning of the aliens, I didn't think it was actual aliens. I thought she was like hallucinating a home invasion and turning the abductors into aliens in her mind.
I thought that too.
Oh, that would have been cool. Did you guys catch when she's,
Oh my god, an alien.
Oh,
after she's dancing? They happen. After she's dancing around the house, she gets a phone call. Did you guys hear what was being said on the other side of that phone?
I think it was something like, "What's fucking wrong with you?"
Yeah, it's she goes, "You're a and then she just picks up the phone and hangs it up. And I'm like, if you know you're still getting called and harassed about this, and after we see later, it's been years since the incident.
Oh.
But she's sending a care package addressed to Maud to her mom and dad. So dead daughter is getting mail from the killer.
I didn't know if she was actually sending those to her.
Wait, is that who the dress was for?
Yeah. Because she's writing I wish you could wear these, or like, I wish you could see you wear these, right? I'm so sorry for what happened. I still regret it. I wish I could see you wear one of these. She is sending mail to the parents of the girl she killed, Daniel.
Well, to be fair, they shouldn't be opening their daughter's mail.
That's true. That's a crime.
That's a crime.
I don't know if it's
That's
still
a crime.
at this
So
point.
who's
At this
the
point,
real
she's a fictional
monster here?
person. At this point, she doesn't exist. You can open it up. If someone mails you the Easter Bunny and it's addressed to you, Mr. Easter Bunny, you open that basket. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Those are the
I know what you're
laws
saying.
of the package.
I'd like to point out Ryan just was able to pronounce the letter B there in bunny.
Oh, bunny.
You know where my heart lies.
I don't think she is sending that stuff to the family. I think she's just writing it and then just putting it away somewhere.
Well, she is writing the letters and then hanging them up in that room.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't think she's actually... I think she's leaving everyone alone, and she's trying to be as friendly as possible. So after I hear the phone call and stuff like that, and I've already seen the movie, so I'm just at the point, I'm just reiterating, that town gets what it deserves. Now, after all this, we get this very well done, like, overhead shot of the house, and we're pulling down slowly, and we're working it down, and then we kind of go down right down to the front lawn,
yeah.
And then we start
Get
hearing
lower.
some alien noises as it gets down to the lawn.
I was wondering if this was going to be like a Hereditary thing where that was actually one of her like little house miniatures on her little table there.
Yes, but
it wasn't.
But then you realize that's not this movie. This movie has none of that going on.
The use of sound in this movie is fantastic.
It is great. However,
sound is fantastic. Dialogue, fantastic.
Oh my God, so good.
This movie is so good. It is so effective with what it does. It's shot well.
Yes.
The sound is practically a character in its own. They use the sound in so many great ways to build up your tension, to just tell you what's going on without showing you. There's so much happening in this movie that you just have to imagine what it is because it's off camera. And I know a lot of times we complain about, why'd that happen off camera? We want to see it. And this, they do it properly. It's effective. It accents what is happening on camera.
We only complained about that one time, and we are absolutely justified.
Well, we complain about a lot of kills happening off camera.
A lot of shots of
that was
concrete clappers.
That was
and
the point of that
too.
movie.
Yeah,
to see the kills. Okay, look,
I just want to be in the room where it happens.
She went to bed. I thought this was going to be a dream.
All a dream.
First, I thought it was all a dream. Then I thought, okay, she's interpreting a home invasion as alien abduction. And Then I'm like, okay, now I just have to take at face value that these aliens are so interested in her, but they keep sending the C team to go get her because the aliens just seem completely incompetent in order to pull this off.
Now, here's where I'm going to tell you, maybe they're incompetent because that's not their bodies.
Oh. So, yeah, but there sure is a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Because,
okay,
here's my thoughts.
Talk to me.
The spaghetti wads are the actual invaders. And the Greys, as I'm going to call them, those were the last species that they took over.
Yeah.
So it's like that episode of Rick and Morty.
But I don't think they're invaders.
Who? The Greys?
Any of them.
Spaghetti?
None of them. They're not invading.
What do they do?
I mean...
Oh, they're not...
They
are...
assimilating?
Intergalactic therapists.
Oh. So, hey, to get your therapy right, we're going to go ahead and just kill the rest of this town. Make them
okay, those people failed their therapy.
So, Daniel...
Oh, sounds like a test.
Well...
Therapy's not a test.
You say that, but I mean, they went into her mind to see the dark heart of her incident, and then they went, yeah, we're going to keep this one.
Game respects game.
She had never forgiven herself, but through the help of her alien
neither
buds,
had the town.
She is... Right, and that's why the town gets assimilated and she doesn't. She ends up forgiving herself.
No, the reason she doesn't get assimilated is not only did she kill half of our strike force, she also kills her own people. This person is like, we can't assimilate this one. We should just kill it, but like, what if she's just letting us? Like, what if she let us capture her? Maybe that was too easy. We need
so
to just like
afraid
put her
of this
down
little
there.
girl.
I do think it's Predator. The rules of Predator. So she kills a bunch of them, so now she gets to be higher in their ranks.
She's the queen.
She's the queen. Look,
they're the sorry
The only
people.
thing I can say about the therapy aspect, Daniel, is that
bacon is good for me. This is very
You're gonna be going to the grocery store.
She thinks at the Blue she's a smart little girl that she can do whatever she wants. No, that's not how she can do it in our family. She's act like she's the queen and we're the sorry people.
at the beginning of the movie, she has a choice between a yellow dress and I think like a green dress.
Oh gosh.
And a green,
She can't go with yellow because why? She doesn't have the joy yet at the beginning of this movie. She has to choose the other one. But at the end of the movie, she gets her joy. The only problem is it's at the expense of an entire town.
No, it's not
fine
her
with
fault
it. That town sucked.
They didn't survive. They didn't listen to her. She went to the cops.
Well, she didn't say anything.
But she didn't.
Though.
But she
Because
didn't.
she got assaulted in the doorway.
Hey, swish swish went the wipers on the bus. Okay, she could have just wiped that off. That's fine.
Okay, look, she goes to bed, and then we get a fantastic use of like the aliens affecting like electricity.
Yeah,
Bit like that house lights up
they
like
turn
the 4th of July.
the record player back on, and she sleeps through it. Would you sleep through that?
Nah, Doc.
Oh no,
I'm gonna be awake.
You're awake. Shotguns out. We're ready to roll.
Everything's turned on.
Katana out of the sheath, ready to go.
Yeah. This is the part where I was like, oh man, I need to actually look and see who did this because I really like this movie. So this is
me.
Me. Brian Duffield wrote and directed this. I'm like, why does that sound familiar?
That only sounds familiar to you.
Well, it should sound familiar to you. So this is the first thing he's directed.
He's your father, Ryan.
That we've seen. Yeah, he's your father. He named you by dropping the B. It all makes sense now.
He's my babby.
Yeah, Babby.
My babby.
Not only did he write and direct this, he wrote Underwater,
Good one.
wrote Love and Monsters,
Another good one.
and he wrote The Babysitter sequel.
Another good one.
Yeah, he's got some other things too, but those are the three that we know.
That's like 4 back-to-back bangers.
Yeah, like I said, this is the one that he's directed that we've seen, but the man can write his ass off.
Okay.
Because those other 3 movies I mentioned, those are amazing.
I remember in Underwater, there is the main character has the tragic backstory of her fiance who drowned, right? I think if they're
I don't know. Sure.
okay. So in this movie, we have another tragic backstory. Does each one of his movies have a tragic backstory?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ding dong, Ryan wins. Okay.
What'd you win?
I won the prize of he's shoehorning in tragic backstories. This movie didn't need it.
Or he's just writing what he knows.
Oh no. Did he kill someone at 12 years old with a rock in the woods?
No, but he accidentally killed an alien who came into his house.
I will say the way she kills the alien is the very similar
same.
motion.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's the exact same.
yes.
And I'm like, shit, I did it again.
Is this all just in her head? What's happening, bros? Talk
Keeps
to
doing
me.
it. Okay, so she does wake up.
Says you.
The jolt of electricity, all that stuff, like everything's still banging around, right?
Well, so everything
it turns
turns
off.
back on, and then it turns off, and then there's a loud thud, and that's
Yeah.
what wakes her up.
Okay, and then she's trying to do a sneak, and she
Metal
steps on a
Gear.
squeaky board. She's the only
Mhm.
one in that house, and she never talks. So you'd think she'd remember where all her squeaky boards are. But here's the part where I tell you, I don't care how sneaky you're trying to be. In a fight or flight situation, like, if you're potentially in danger, it's never worth it to take off your shoes.
I don't even know if it matters to take off your shoes. Like, what does that do?
If it's like a harder sole, it's going to make more noise than just the pad of your foot, because you can control...
If the
Okay.
aliens had been wearing shoes, we wouldn't have gotten all those noises.
That's true. But they're down there chittering
But
like
I don't
crazy.
know what kind of a shoe would they need
Chitter,
for their
chitter.
freaky feet.
They'd wear those toe shoes.
These are feet that only Ben could love.
Yeah, in fact, they'd probably just wear gloves.
But could you...
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
You're
I
right.
looked at those feet and I said, yes, mistress, please put them on my back and let me just feel them.
Oh, just
muscle
ooh,
relax.
ooh.
The massage.
Oh my god.
The massage
Yeah.
Look,
you are going to
they're
get
a
out
little-
of those ballerina toes because they strong.
Imagine them on
brothers.
your head.
They
just
are strong.
Look, they're a little weird at first.
But once you put them in your
Because-
mouth,
Well, why don't you put them in your mouth?
doesn't improve.
Oh.
Oh,
The house
I know,
is
right?
getting... she's trying to sneak around the house. She knows someone's in the house, and she gets scared, ends up running back into her bedroom, but she keeps knocking shit around, making noises. She gets into the bedroom, shuts the door, gets behind her bed, and as we're in the room with her, we hear the running towards the bedroom door, which is fantastic. And the door opens, and the camera's showing us. We see it's a classic gray look, like a Mr. Gray alien.
Oh, Mr. Gray.
And-
Ryan without his shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, and he walks in, and it's very stiff, like robotic movement. Like it's
Ryan.
very herky jerky.
Ryan,
Yeah,
when he dances.
like, yeah. Oh yeah. And she wiggles under the bed, and then the alien jumps on the bed, and I said, no more aliens jumping on the bed, and he gets down.
I said, I am not Pamela Voorhees.
Yeah.
Do not
So-
slam that mattress in my head.
Right, so pound me, bro. And she's laying under there, and then the camera's showing it's got these long ass fingers for toes. But up until this point, it's been walking like a normal person would walk, But all of a sudden, it extends the finger toes, and it's walking on the tippy finger toes, and it just it scuttles on the little toes, like twinkle toes, and I hate it. It's terrifying. I don't like it.
You don't
walk
like it?
normal.
I loved
No, I don't like it because it's terrifying.
Oh.
It makes me uncomfortable. I love it, but I hate it.
I was
It's
just-
don't do that.
I just thought of the grip possibilities.
Yeah, you just look,
Man, the grippers on that guy.
grippers on that guy, and he just
You don't know it's a guy.
he scuttles.
Probably just an it. They.
He scuttles out the window, right?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Scuttle, scuttle.
She shuts the window, grabs a curling iron, runs downstairs, shuts the front door, and then they start blasting electricity through the house again. Everything's on, so she's freaking out, running around, trying to turn. She unplugs everything she can.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I don't understand during this electronic sequence is literally the only thing that's happening is electronic devices are being turned on at extremely loud settings or flashing back and forth. Why do the fridge doors open and close?
Magnets, man.
You think? Is that going to be your excuse? I'll buy that if that's what you want to say.
There's some metal in there, probably.
Yeah, but no other metal things are flying around. It's literally stuff just turning on and off.
It's
Telekinesis.
it can selectively
Okay,
target.
but why is the... Yeah, it can selectively target. We've seen the tractor beam selectively target, but there's nothing focusing on the fridge. It's just in the midst of everything in the house.
It's just not in a visible spectrum.
Well, the Greys have telekinesis.
This is true, but they're specifically looking in there I'm going to slam the doors on this Frigimator.
This is not the A squad, Kenny.
That's fair, I guess.
The A squad is fighting an XCOM squad across town.
Yeah, they got busy. They sent Frank from accounting over to deal with her because they're like, yeah, it's just one little lady.
Look, nobody even likes her anyway.
She
You
can't
can
even
assault
dance.
her all night.
Yeah, you're gonna be
She
fine.
can't even dance. Yeah, well, she goes and she gets in her a Jurassic Park ass style hidey hole, like a little cubby in the kitchen behind the open fridge door, and then we get little toes under the fridge door, and then we get long ass fingers extending over the top,
Yeah,
and then it's time to do a peek.
it's peekaboo.
Starts pulls his head up above. He's like, "Ah, I see you," and she does a shove. and a run.
We don't do shoves.
You don't do shoves.
use your
you get hit in
words.
the head. She should know if you do a shove, you get the rock.
Use your words.
And she takes it, she peels out of there, rounds the corner into the hallway, and then she gets fucking decked by the door blowing in. And she's like, she has to have a concussion. She is laid out. And I don't mean just like blowing in like it opens really fast. They launch that fucker off the hinges.
They Luthered the door.
Yes.
Yeah, and so she's laying there like dazed, bleeding out of her head on the ground. And this is the part where I said, if these aliens had any sense of urgency, they would have won. She crawls away at multiple points throughout this movie, and if they just walked faster, they would have won. Instead, they're all cocky, and this is where they really make a mistake, because she crawls into the other room, and the alien uses psychic stuff to fucking wreck her little tiny village. You do not fuck with someone's tiny village. So she's over there crawling in the wreck of her village, and then she gets all telekinetically psychicked up and drug over to the alien. And the alien spins her around, and then for some reason relinquishes its psychic hold on her, so it can stand in front of her, not under control. And she stabs it in the side of the head with a tiny building, which to me made me think of Hot Fuzz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I really wish she would have done it from underneath. But yeah, her instincts are right. She like let go. Boom, right in the side of its big head.
You know when you're playing a fighting game and you go up against someone who only does one move because it's like they just only sweep you because that's the move that just works. She's got one move, Kenny.
It works. It's worked twice.
Yeah.
It's worked twice.
She's got one move. It's the swirl and stick it. That's all she's got. Swirl and stick.
Swirl, stick it. It's an effective move. Honestly, it should use more of her special, but it doesn't.
It's a little overpowered.
It's a little OP. Yeah.
And that's why the aliens had to nerf her.
They had to nerf her. And then she crawls away and sits there and proceeds to sleep with her eyes open.
I thought when she woke up that there was going to be a human lying on that floor, and I was kind of disappointed that it was still an alien.
I thought that there would either be a human or there'd be no body.
Yeah, sure.
Because the alien left, or his buddies came and got him.
Buddy.
But when it's revealed that he's still there, I'm
Still
like,
fucking
oh,
there.
shit.
Ruining the
What?
hardwood.
That's true. She's going to have to replace that floor.
And this house is fucked up, but at least she didn't have a car go through it.
Yeah, that'd be probably more of an ordeal.
What a fucking opening action sequence to this movie. Like, that was great. That is a fun home invasion right there. A lot of home invasions I've been a part of, like, everyone's having a real bad time, but this one seemed like it had a good time by everyone until the end.
Yeah. How do you think, like, what was the audition process for this movie?
Oh,
'Cause there's no dialogue.
can you dance?
Can you
Do you
open your
Do you
eyes
look-
really wide?
do you look like you'd be like people would be surprised that you survive an encounter? Like, are you unassuming? I guess. Also, you need to look like you could be any like a large range of age. Like, you could be a teenager or you could be like 35.
I don't think she looks 35.
A 35? No, not.
No, I don't think so either. But I'm just saying, I was just throwing out an age range because we don't really know how old she is.
I think a lot of it is her weird old-timey clothes.
So this first part of the movie I like, and it's all about her. Even in the face of the whole town hating her, she still has herself. She's self-reliant and she's still powerful, and that's what allows her to kick this alien's ass. Now we're in
Kicks its ass.
to a different part of the movie where it's like, what are we gonna do with the body? Can't just leave it there.
We can just put a blanket over it.
Yeah, just put a blanket
Just
over
put a
it,
blanket.
move a couch in front of the broken open door.
Look, that's where she failed. Okay, look, she blinks, so I guess she's awake now. Sleeping with your eyes open seems like a bad idea. Probably has a concussion. This is the part where Tarantino falls in love with the movie because we got a nice foot shot. She's got a shard of glass in her foot.
I think he was already.
Oh, you think he didn't like the alien
at
feet?
the toe? Yeah. Or early on.
I'm pretty sure he was consulting on this.
Yeah, more feet.
My one note is you got to give those aliens some grippers, my man.
I want those toes long and hard.
So it's okay. Nobody's going to notice the alien with the blanket covering it. She goes to try to make a phone call, but she has the presence of mind to be concerned about alien germs. She like grabs a little tissue because the alien hung the phone back up.
Because he's polite.
Yeah, but now it's gross.
And so she wipes it off.
Grody.
But yeah.
Well, that is the thing you should be concerned about. You don't know what weird shit they're bringing from
Don't know.
millions of miles away.
Well, that also works their way too. They have no idea what diseases they're about to pick up just from breathing our air.
Oh, they had some sleeper cells. They already did some tests. They've mastered space flight. I think they thought about it.
Uh-huh.
This ain't their first rodeo.
It was
Okay.
Bob from accounting. It was his first abduction, and he did not nail it.
He did not nail it. And also, they fucked up her electricity and shit, and her car. Now,
Her mom's car.
I said she should have flipped that tiny village table in front of the door. That would have, sealed it a little bit better than just pushing a couch in front of it.
Ooh, maybe they would have
I don't
thought
know
she was
why
a
you
giant
even-
kaiju then, and they would have left her alone.
That's true. She was a giant kaiju to that little one later.
I mean, they've already shown that they can blast through a door, so I don't know.
And then
what's
she's
the
gonna be
point
like,
of-
"You blast through doors,
It's
so
not
what?
for the aliens.
I flip a whole miniature city."
It's to keep critters out.
What? Who cares about a critter?
Yeah.
You got a dead alien on your
And
floor.
a squirrel
Do
can
you
just
want-
like from
Any
nothing
creature
to
can
nothing
climb that.
is gonna jump
Do you want to
over that.
welcome cats into your house
No.
and squirrels into your house
Yes.
to eat your dead alien? Do you know what's going to happen to that cat if it eats a dead alien?
What?
I don't.
Alien cat.
Oh, like
Not the cat from Alien.
wasn't there like a predator alien cat in one of the AVPs?
There was a dog.
That's a
No.
Dog.
As a dog.
Oh, that was the Predator.
Yeah.
No, not a cat. Let's not talk about that movie.
Don't worry about
Okay.
it. Moving on. She's like, well, shit, I can't get help here. Car's busted. Now I gotta take a nice bike ride. And we get another great, overhead shot, and we see all the tiny crop circles all throughout the countryside. And so at that point, it's like, okay, this didn't just happen to her. This was a hit on the whole town. I don't know how far this stretches, but we're at least in her area. Now, I don't think it's gotten into town yet.
Right. We're on the outskirts where she lives.
Yeah, we're working our
boonies.
way in. So we get to town. She chains her bike, which I think it's a small town. I bet her bike would have been fine.
No, they would have.
No, not her bike.
Yeah, not her specifically. Good point. Walks up to the police station, and then she hesitates to go in. And it's still at this point, like, Ryan, are you like, why does everyone hate this lady?
Yes, I'm like, okay, everyone clearly. So for some reason, this whole town hates her guts, and but right now I don't know why.
At this point, I had figured out it had something to do with the friend, and I thought maybe the friend had committed suicide because of something she did.
Right, because I think before this we have seen her. I think it's before she goes to bed. There's a picture of when she's 12, and her friend is also in the picture, and it has the date on it of their age. And we're like, okay, so clearly she's a lot older than this, and if this is her best friend, why does she only have a picture of her at this age? Why isn't there one more recent? So I'm like, okay, so this person is dead somehow, but why does the town hate you? I wasn't thinking child murderer yet, but I did after seeing the letters in the attic.
Does it really qualify as a child murder if you're the same age as the other person?
Yeah.
Counts both ways.
Because you're a child murderer, because you're a child who murders, and you're a child murderer because you murdered a child.
So, child murderer to the second power.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Deep.
Kenny,
Not really.
open this door so I can spit in your face.
Oh my god, she does. She opens the door, she walks in there, and there's that creepy old lady and the police chief again. They're talking to
I don't know
each
why
other.
you think that lady's creepy, but
There's something about her, man. I don't trust her.
It's like
is it
she's...
because she's old?
No, it looks like she's just walking around with grief on her face.
Nah, just
Ooh,
walking around
disgusting.
with a bad attitude. I bet she had a bad attitude in the first place. I
Oh,
bet that
man, a
I
bad
bet
attitude.
Maud asked her friend, like, could you just please kill me? And she was like, no, I won't do it. And then she shoves her down. She's like, fucking kill me. And then
He's like,
she's
do
like,
it,
"All
do
right."
it now.
And then she hits her in the face with the rock.
I like, oh
We don't actually
no.
hear what they're arguing about. What could 12-year-olds be arguing about?
Which My Little Pony character do you think I am?
It's not what I thought you were going to say. For some reason, I thought you were going to say which was the best starter Pokemon.
Oh, that would have been better. Okay, hold on. Just gonna erase that. Which starter Pokemon would you pick? And the
Charmander.
correct answer is Charmander.
Charmander. You take Charmander. Next question.
Because yes, Bulbasaur has. Well, no, Bulbasaur is okay. So Squirtle wouldn't have any weakness to the other two, right?
Right.
So you would think maybe I pick Squirtle because there's no weakness to the other two. But you get that Charmander, you evolve it to a Charizard, you overlevel him so much that weakness ain't even gonna matter.
It ain't going to matter. Plus, it's a freaking dragon, man. You just be flying around.
Although Squirtles are cool with the sunglasses.
Oh my god,
the
they're
Squirtle
so
Squad.
cool. Yeah, Squirtle Squad. Yeah.
Squirtle.
Yeah, Squirtle's gonna. Hey, Squirtle gonna be squirting. That's what they
Ryan
do.
looks uncomfortable.
He doesn't know he ain't got game.
I'm just wishing I could spit in both your eyes, but I can't.
Like a Squirtle.
Like
She
Squirtle.
does.
I wish I
She
could
walks-
Squirtle in both your eyes.
She walks in there, everyone just stops what they're doing, and then the lady just spits right on her face, and she just stands there, doesn't even wipe it off or anything, and the police chief is right there and just stares at her, and the lady just walks out, and then the camera focuses on the spit on her face, but you see the police chief standing next to her, and he just, like, sneers at her. Like, he's making a face.
He thinks about engaging her, but then decides not to.
It's like, oh, that might be a crime. Buddy, you just witnessed a crime. And he just walks out. And then the two police officers sitting at the desk there, they just look up and then ignore her. And I gotta tell you, where are all the young studly cops in this town? This seems like an old force or an out of shape force. Like, I'm just saying, I'd be shoplifting all over this town, okay? You know, from the big chain stores, not the mom and pops, because they ain't gonna run me down. None of those cops are running me down.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you think they could catch you?
I'm just saying, okay.
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 You wearing a Nightman shirt?
The key, the key, Daniel, is when
Oh,
confronted with crazy, you just go, yes, but you're slowly backing away. Yes.
I was confronted with crazy at work yesterday.
What happened?
Did you spit in their face?
Just spit in their face? But
Some homeless lady was just screaming at the bathroom, standing in the doorway between the donuts and where you go for the bathroom, just screaming. And I was like, yeah. And then I just backed off and hid behind my wall.
You should have stood next to her and started screaming at
scream
her
at it
with
too.
her.
It's like it's your fault. You caused this.
Yeah.
Pointing at the bathroom
right.
walls.
You somehow put the shit in my pants.
You should have handed her some produce to let her throw it at them. Be like, yeah, get it.
Get it. Here's a gun.
Get it, girl.
Get it. So, okay.
Here's a cookie.
I did the same thing I do whenever I hear like a wine bottle break in like an aisle. You just sink.
far away
You just
from it.
sink. You just sink as low as you can go, so no one sees you.
I ain't cleaning that up. Look, at this point, I once again say they all deserve what happens to them. Because for one, bruh, you're a cop. Yeah, you took an oath, man. Your job is to do your job, no matter how you feel about
Kenny,
the particular person.
My daughter's killer every year taunts me by sending me letters addressed to my dead daughter with gifts.
Look, I don't care if she's not committing a crime.
She's committing a
You know
thought
how many-
crime with thoughts.
Ryan, how many of those kids do you want to strangle
What kids?
over your years that you've taught?
None.
But you don't do it.
No,
You
none.
don't do it.
Oh.
Okay,
None.
he has to say that, but you
I
should
don't-
see the look in his eyes.
No, I don't.
He
It's
thought
because it's not
about
their
it.
fault. It's not their fault.
He wants to strangle the parents.
Yes.
Okay, how many
That's
parents
fine.
did you want to strangle over your years?
I could count them on one hand.
Yeah, but you didn't do it,
True.
right?
Right.
Because you have a job to do.
Well, no, because
That's illegal.
that's how I get money.
Because that's your job that you're doing. That's the way I look.
It is.
People aren't
It
paying
is in the
me-
contract that you will not kill the parents.
Is it in the contract?
Oh yeah, like you will not murder anyone.
It says it explicitly says
I mean,
that.
isn't it in your
It
contract
is-
that you will not put poison in the bread and the
It's-
cookies?
I don't have a contract.
He's not even hired.
I'm a freelancer.
We cannot eat
I don't even
anything
work
because
there.
he hasn't agreed. He could do anything.
He hasn't agreed. What am I supposed to do with no bread now?
You're supposed to go to the bathroom and yell at the bathroom stalls for having no bread. That's what you're supposed to do.
The bread would have stopped me up. The bread would have kept me from the liquid poos. Instead,
I'm here.
shit everywhere, and I'm going to do it on your floor, Mr.
I've been eating
Breadman.
so much bread, guys.
How
my
much bread
God.
is it?
I'm covered in crumbs.
All I'm saying is you sign up to be a cop, or, Ryan, you sign up to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
How many people did you have to, work with that you're like, I just wish the worst thing would happen to you, but I can't.
Well, you
Or
can't
how
wish
many
it, or you can't do it.
No, you can't do
Well,
it.
Ryan can't wish it
Look.
because he does still have those 3 wishes from the genie that he's been saving up, and he's not gonna waste them.
I'm
He's
not
not gonna
wasting.
waste them.
I'm not wasting them on anything petty like revenge. No.
Oh, his problem is he keeps asking for another wish. He's like, I wish for another wish, and the genie's like, granted,
Right.
you now have 3
You're-
wishes.
All right, I want another one.
Granted, you now have 3
3
wishes.
Another one.
3 wishes.
And I'm like, I could do this all
Another
day,
one.
Genie.
all day. Look, I live in
Until
a
I
land.
die.
All right.
I wish
Just
I could
one
do this
thing
every
genies
day,
hate.
Genie. Oh, what's he
I'm
gonna
just
do?
saying, if she has to go to the hospital, she needs to go to the hospital in another town.
Probably isn't even in.
I don't know that
Omaha.
she's going to a hospital. I do. I think at this point she's just said, you know what?
I think she's leaving.
I'm done with this. I'm
Yeah.
leaving.
I'm just saying, not because of this incident. I'm saying in general, her life there. She has doctor stuff. She can't go to one in that town.
She doesn't need to be here. I don't know why she's here.
It's not good for her. That's a good house, though. That's why she's there. That's a
The
heck of a
house.
good house.
Yeah.
It's a
Perfect plot of land.
Yeah, lovely. So again, this town deserves what happens to him. And now she gets out of there and she's trying to get her bike off the chain. And she's having a full-blown, like, panic attack. And I fucking feel it. I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is like, yeah, she's isolated. Like, she's surrounded by people and she's alone. And she is just devastated. Like, I think this is the dam finally breaking because she's been dealing with this since, well, she was 12. And the music here is, like, playing into it. And it's just like, it's like, I'm sorry, lady. This sucks. You don't deserve this. And then she sees the bus and the music switches up to more of like a taking action kind of. Yeah, da 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 da. And then it's like, I'm getting on this bus. She goes incognito mode, puts on a hat and sunglasses, gets her bus ticket, and she's gonna get the fuck out of here. And we're seeing another
Dun, 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 dun.
dun, dun, dun. Another effective
Zelda.
overhead shot. We're seeing
It's pretty
more of
good.
the crop circles.
Yeah.
All the overhead shots really are useful in this, I think. And then look who's on the bus. Creepy mailman from earlier.
I forgot
Guess what,
that was
Daddy?
him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I thought it was just some creeper guy in the back who I thought somehow he was going to be pissed at her because of just who she was.
You can't get on the bus!
Like, we told you never come back here. Told you never show your face in this town.
If you leave, you can't leave. If you leave, I'm the pariah. You gotta stay.
I need someone to stay
Only
here
thing
to play
holding-
b-ball with their packages. You cannot
Only
leave.
thing holding this town together is our hate of you.
This is true,
Yeah.
Daniel. The hate is the glue. It's the yes.
It's the glue.
Hate
Also,
is the
when
glue.
she was having her little panic attack, was that like a mural of Maud on the wall behind her? It was a woman, like, shoulders up with, like, fiery red hair
Maybe.
billowing across. And,
Oh.
Maud had red hair.
Yeah, but that's a woman, and Maud was 12.
Yeah, but, you know,
But she
artist
would be a
rendition.
woman now.
I would be interested to know if that is just a location they found, or if
A
that's
wall
something
they just found.
made. Because
Mhm.
I would go with it's just something they found. Like, that's beautiful. Sit here and cry.
They don't specifically say that, but apparently, I don't know if it was all filmed there, but it just says it was filmed in Slidell, Louisiana, and all the street scenes are in the old town Slidell. It specifically says not New Orleans. I never thought New Orleans, so I don't know why.
I don't know why you have to call out not New Orleans.
That seems odd.
Hey, guys.
Not Paris, France.
This movie was not shot in St. Louis.
It looked really nice, so that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, right? Wasn't shot
Yeah.
in Hong Kong, I can tell you that.
Not enough
Was
action,
not
so
shot
that makes sense.
in Baghdad.
Look, all I'm saying is I'm tired of people bending in weird ways and trying to move that way. The aliens do it. We get infected, mind-controlled people now. The creepy mailman does it. And he does it, and first he's crawling on top of the bus seats. That's not how you walk on a bus, and the bus driver sees that, and he's a good bus driver. I hope he's okay, because he slams on the brakes, sends them flying. Then there's a mind-controlled lady on there, too, and our hero is like, nah, F this stuff. And then we cut to outside the bus. She's hoofing it. She's running. And with a
She a
long
runner,
shot back
she a
to the
track
bus.
star.
I don't see the bus driver. I'm hoping he took off running too. But the mailman
Nah.
gets off the bus and he's got like a little saunter. He's like, I'm walking at you. But she be running.
Mm-hmm.
And she ends up at church. And church is closed. And you guys
Oh.
ever remember... You guys ever remember, like, they'd always show these churches in movies, and it'd be these big, nice, like, fancy-ass, like, cathedrals, and the doors are always open, right? They go in there any time of night to sit there and have their alone moment with God in the main room. Whatever happened to 24-hour churches, you know?
Because, Kenny, in this entire town, forgiveness and salvation are prohibited to her. She cannot have it.
I thought you were going to say only between the hours of 9 and 5.
Working 9 to 5.
Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living, barely getting by.
Hey,
Look.
you know what that cross on that church? You know what that's for?
Vampires.
Vampires, yeah.
Vampires.
Obviously,
Okay.
we all know this.
Okay,
When she
just
can't
asking.
get into church, she turns around, she sees another small cemetery, and she sees Maud's grave.
What did that lady, cause like...
Are we talking about Our Lady?
What answer? Yeah, what answer was she wanting? What is the cross for?
It's to remind Jesus, like, don't start none.
Yeah, it's for him.
Won't be none. Here's the thing they killed me on. Wear it like a necklace.
I'm sorry, what?
Here's the thing they killed me on. I want you all to wear it like a necklace.
Oh, you're still talking about the cross. Okay, got it. I'm with you now. Okay. Oh.
Of course I am. That's literally the last sentence he talked about. Dude, I don't ever just randomly change the line of thought or anything like that. But anyway, so now we see that Maud is dead. See her grave.
I already knew it.
But she has no time to cry because these suspicious alien rain clouds are moving in. And she has
Good
to
clouds.
go. Oh, they're good. She has to go running.
Clouds.
There's like thunder and lightning, so of course I had to poop.
Did you shoot?
Makes me want to shoot.
Off the wait for the answer.
And poop.
Yeah. So she's gonna be wiped out though. She's done a lot of running this day. A lot of running. And she runs past a flash mob.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she
in
does.
The yard.
Oh man, what kind of sick dance were they working on?
They're doing Thriller because this is October, and they're all looking up, and then you see the critter in their throat like moving around, and I thought, I don't like creepy crawlies in my tummy. I have to get them.
Not in your tummy.
Well, this is what he thought, Daniel.
What I thought.
I guess thoughts don't always have to make sense. You're right.
Then she gets back home, and couch is still there, so the house is secure.
That's how you know.
Alien's still there. You see his creepy finger toes hanging out the
couch.
bottom. But then you see like a little slug trail coming out of the alien's mouth.
Yeah.
I knew Daniel was gonna be so happy.
I was.
Little slug, tiny slug, baby slug.
Little slug, baby slug, tiny slug. Where are you? Where'd you go?
Where are you?
Is this your bush? I'm looking
it's not-
just for you.
It's not slug time though. It's Home Alone time.
Yes, this is true, Kenny. It's very Home Alone time.
Now, if I had my way, all my windows and doors would already be covered in blankets because I hate light getting into my house. I don't want it in here. It has no place in here.
Do they make screens that are glare proof?
What do you mean?
For like phones?
No, for like TV screens and stuff, like a monitor.
You could probably.
I'd be more accepting of the light if it wasn't for like the glare.
Oh,
right?
you mean the sunshine is hitting that?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
bouncing, so
I'm sure you can buy one, but I also think that all your stuff, like, it would mess up your picture much. It'd be darker, and
that's why we can't have the sun.
So we can't have the sun.
And that's why I'm running on a campaign to get rid of it.
Get rid of the sun. We don't need it.
For too
Black hole
long, it
sun.
has ruled over us, judging us from above, giving
Think
us
about it, our entire lives,
giving us our entire
revolve
existence
around this shitty sun. We literally revolve around it.
Literally.
Think about that.
I don't know. Earth is center of my universe.
Oh, you're that one guy.
Yeah. So, look, as soon as she gets all these blankets up, the freaking aliens use their psychic magic and slide the nails out, and that's why you use screws. You know
They
how much
didn't
harder...
even need to do that. They could have just moved the blanket aside.
It's not...
No.
Yeah, just move it.
They tried that in the last house, and it got stuck on Harry's head. Like, he tried walking in and wrapped around his big dome. And he's like, and he panicked. And he like, and then he was embarrassing. And then they couldn't even assimilate that target. And then they shoot in the tractor beam. This is the first time we see the tractor beam. And I thought it's weird how it was able to pick up the alien on the floor, but like leave the blanket.
It's targeted.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's impressive that it can do that.
Well, I mean, they can travel the galaxy, so.
I know.
Unless they're not aliens from the galaxy.
They're from the ocean floor.
They're from the ocean, yes.
Is
yes,
Abyss
yes.
aliens?
XCOM Terror of the Deep.
Yes. But look, they don't leave a man behind, so they suck that boy out. Like, he gets sucked on out of there, and the tractor beam goes away, and she goes and she tries to run away, and as she's running away, we see little dude drop right in the open doorway. And I'm like, oh yeah, little dude.
We got us a little freak.
Yeah, so she's gone down in the basement, and I'm just like, how do you afford this house? Because the basement's heckin' big too. Big ass house. And so
I think it's a comparable size to where I am right now.
That is a big ass house too, dog.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a big fucking house, dog.
Okay, so here's where I start having a problem with the movie. Because the beginning, we've already done this. We've already had the alien in the house, stalking her, chasing around.
Yeah, but now we got a little freak.
I understand that, but it's we start with a little freak, and it's just chasing her around, and then it just stops, looks at her, she backs to the bathroom, and it's all...
Well, it does like a gang sign at her.
Oh, they all do.
It's like, if she had flashed the gang sign back, I think everything would have been okay. Real recognizes real.
Toes recognize toes.
Yeah.
I agree. This is where the movie is now now becoming like a silent place stalking chase movie because she's very afraid to make any kind of noise.
You mean A Quiet Place?
Okay, maybe that's what it's called, but my note said A Silent Place.
You're talking about the movie, right? A Quiet Place?
Are you talking about A Quiet Place, Ryan?
Have I ever told you about my theory of the color yellow?
Oh my god, go die in a fire.
I will!
Or first off, all those poses though that they make are amazing. Like they do other poses later, and I like that they somehow communicate. I think back with the ships with their poses, it's adorable.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So these guys
they're
are
like
actually
the guy
just like
at the airport
flight
with
guy.
the wands.
Yes, right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 100%. They got all their poses, and they're hitting them.
They're the
and
Ginyu Force.
Weird bendy arms. They are the fucking Ginyu Force. Yes. So okay, so she's like skittering around trying to hide from the alien in the basement, and I thought she'd have better traps set up. Really, she only had like the one trap set up back in the kitchen.
All she did was, well, it's pretty
She
good.
hung up blankets and boiled some
Hung up
water.
blankets, got the hot water going. Like,
Yeah.
that's good, but I mean, really, no thumbtacks on the floor. How are you gonna body slam
Yeah,
the
where are
alien?
what you got?
Where are the
marbles?
marbles? Where are the ball bearings? Where are the caltrops? Where's your
Why didn't-
50 feet
Who
of
has
rope?
caltrops just lying around?
A rope?
Who has
never-
marbles just lying around?
Everyone, it's fine.
Who has ball
Where
bearings
is your
lying around?
scimitar above the fireplace, ready for action? I mean,
That's the next movie.
We had to get rid of that because Daniel kept trying to make TikToks and he almost cut his own throat like 3 or 4 different times.
I was trying to do the wine thing, and apparently you're supposed to do it away from you.
supposed to do it
Yeah,
away
he
from
wasn't
you.
a
And I
Boy
was-
Scout like the
I was
rest
doing
of
it
us.
towards me.
Yes. So we do the thing that she does throughout the movie where she's like slowly moving around corners to keep avoiding where the aliens walk in, and she gets under the table. She has the scissors. Yes, scissors, and she's under the table and she's looking like she's gonna sneak around the back and get behind the alien. But then we hear a noise from behind her, and she turns and looks, and it's a mannequin that it got knocked over, and then the camera shows us behind her, and the alien is just sitting there doing a little squat, like with his hands like pressed together, and he's just like staring at her like, yeah, I fucking got you. That was amazing. I love these aliens so much. I love the energy that they're given. These aren't just boring ass like grays walking around like nah. He's just like, they play with her a little bit. That's their downfall. But like, he be creeping, and then he bashes her around with telekinesis. And then it gets distracted. I forget by what, though.
The gray or the little guy?
Oh, so the big guy gets distracted because she's holding on to a picture frame of
To
her
the
mom,
picture.
Yeah.
and he like summons it, and she won't let it go. And so when she finally
And he's
does,
like,
he takes a look at it.
This is the key for your therapy.
He's like,
Yes. This seems important.
mandatory forced therapy.
Yeah, so...
Wow,
but
she would have had mandatory therapy in order to stay out of prison regardless.
So she didn't go
Oh,
to
yeah.
prison. She probably went to juvenile detention until she was 18.
and
you
she
think-
probably would have gotten therapy.
you think
One
she
would have
even
hoped.
did that?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe not
You
until
done
she was
did
18,
you done
but
did a moida
she definitely went to detention.
I don't
for
know.
at least 2 school days.
Yeah, they
Had to stay after class
she had
at
to
least
write,
twice.
I'm sorry, on the chalkboard like 100 times.
I will not do a murder.
It wasn't premeditated. She was assaulted
We don't know
first.
that.
It was the
It could
Rock's
have been
fault.
self-defense. The other girl was clearly bigger and more angry. She just stood up and defended herself
The other girl had a
the
knife.
best way she could. Yeah.
Sprinkle some crack on her. Let's get out of
Sprinkle
here.
some crack on her,
Yeah.
Johnson. We're good. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave Chappelle.
It's fine. But I like how she's all amped up for this whole thing. So as soon as it's looking at the picture, she doesn't hesitate. She leaves. She runs. She's like, nope, I'm out. First trap failed. I didn't actually set it. It failed. It's weird. Then she gets pinned by the little dude, who's my favorite. And then she puts little dude's arm in her mouth and she does a bite.
Not nice.
You don't do a bite. Little dude gets yelled at all the time for doing bites. So he's like,
And
you
we
can't
don't know
bite.
where little dude's been.
Don't know. And he's like, you can't bite me. I do bites. Like, and I got in trouble and then you bite me?
That
She's
ain't
in
right.
there. She's in there spitting out little dude. Like, no, you gotta swallow little dude.
I mean, it's only polite if you have guests
Sorry,
over.
but you bit him. So
Hey, finish your little dude.
finish your little dude. And then we see the 4 pots of water on the burners, and little dude comes running in there, and I'm like, "Be careful, little dude!"
She gonna burn you.
And he jumps on the counter. She starts like getting him with the hot water, and I'm like, "Oh no, little dude ain't liking it." And then I'm like, she's about to beat him in his ass with the pot, but she doesn't.
I wish she had. It would have been so fucking funny.
It would have.
Just going to town on him with a pot.
Instead, she hears another noise, and he's kind of like stunned on the floor, which I'm like, where'd your killer instinct go? And she runs across the hallway, and the beam kicks on as she crosses the hallway, and it catches just the pot, and it's stuck against the wall. And little dude gets up and starts walking over towards the hallway, and he just walks right through the beam. And then he gets to the edge of the hallway, and she's backing up, and then all of a sudden the lights go out, the beam stops, and he does more poses, and it's adorable when little dude does it. It's like, lights off, pose. And then she's like, all right, you're going to be there posing, I'm just going to slowly back away, okay? She goes back down the hallway, and she's like, I'm just going to shut the door while you're out there posing. And as she starts to shut the door, little dude like gets like on the wall like he's a licker.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty much as soon as she shuts the door, little dude just starts clawing through that sucker.
It's like, I showed you my favorite pose. Why didn't you respond to me?
Why didn't you respond?
Yeah, it was like bust Vogue.
Yeah, you didn't. You got
here's your notes
back
on your performance.
I know.
If you can improve these metrics, and then
yeah, I gotta get those numbers up, dog. He busts. Little man breaks in there, and he gets in a fight with Bryn. Bryn gets him with the mop. He hates the mop, okay? She keeps putting the mop head in his face, and he's like,
"This is dirty.
That's gross. That's a mop head. Don't put the gross mop head. Mop's gonna make me take another bath. I hate that. Little man hates baths." And he breaks the mop head, and she's got like a pointy stick now, and he's like hanging on the cabinet door, and he's like, I'm gonna get you. And he does a jump, and she stabs him through the shoulder, and she's like, yeah, I got your ass. And he's sitting there like dead, but he's not dead. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna tear you up. And I'm hearing, Brad Dourif's like Chucky voice in my head, like when he's really pissed trying to attack someone. And so she takes the closet door, which isn't very heavy. It's like a little wardrobe thing, and like does a bash on his head. She needed to keep bashing.
She did it twice.
You don't stop until his head is a jelly.
Everything comes in threes.
Yeah, and then she slides out the window and does a fall, and I'm just like, just dive into those bushes next to your house. They'll never find you. Never. And then we find out there's a massive dude outside. He's still cute, but he's massive.
He's still
He's
cute.
biggin'.
He's still cute.
He's big old, and he's got like arachnid limbs just coming at you like a giant bloated spider kind of.
Daddy Longlegs.
Daddy Longlegs. What is Daddy Longlegs going to do if he had gotten her?
Well, he's going to hug her, give her affection. What the hell? Ryan's got ghosts again.
Are you being abducted?
Yeah, just relax your butthole. It'll go better for everyone.
What if I show them my toes?
Yeah, look, if you can stand on them, you're in. I think the mailman shows up again, and then there's some sick poses again.
And she sets
the mailman.
She sets Biggins on fire at some point.
Biggins gets stuck in the car.
Yeah, so that's after they attempted to abduct her. The mailman drags her off into the woods where a guy's waiting, and he just sent the signal to the ship, like, hey, do the beam. And she wiggles out of him, and half the mailman gets caught in the beam. And I really wanted just half of his body to raise up. Like, I wanted it to just split him, because that would have been great. And it gets almost all the way up there, like, oh, shit, we don't want him. We already got him, would spit him down. You shamed us. And so the slug crawls out of him, and the other alien is like, you shamed me? You shamed me. You didn't go. You were supposed to go up. You made me look like a fool after I did my poses saying, hey, we got the bitch. And you shamed me. And now I'm mad. And so, like,
let's be clear.
I'm going to give you a quick head
start. None of this
start.
is in the movie, but go ahead. Keep going.
This is his internal monologue.
This is your...
If you turn on the subtitles, which you wouldn't normally do because there's no dialogue, but if you do it, it reveals what the aliens are saying with their sign language.
Okay.
Well, we've already seen she's a fast runner, so she takes off, she done running again, and he's like trying to catch her. He would catch her easily, but whatever. Anyway, he gets tangled up in the clotheslines like he's a kaiju. And those
because kaiju
lines.
Regularly get tangled up in
I
fucking
said,
clotheslines.
He said what he said.
Okay, I said what I said. And she's like running around, and look, he goes up and he perches on the roof, and that shot of him on the roof is everything. It is so good. And then he lets out a roar, and the moon is up there, and then his drunk ass just falls off the roof.
He was
for no reason. For no reason, he just falls off the roof.
Oh, he's drunk.
Well, it's slippery up there. You're not supposed to be up there.
He was such a badass. And then
his wife always tells him, don't be going up on the roof to clean the gutters.
I think that's just another case of the spaghetti wad doesn't completely know how to control these bodies because it's not their actual body. And I think what reinforces that idea in my head is this is like the second time that instead of like getting up proper, it just bends backwards and crawls upside down
Yeah.
at her.
Yeah.
So it does that, which I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable.
In your head, these spaghetti monsters are just really bad forklift drivers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So she goes sprinting into her car and then out the other side, and he runs right through and gets stuck in it and slams his foot through the floor of the car, and now gas is leaking everywhere. Thank God she's got a lighter. That's a convenient lighter.
You hate when that happens.
You hate it. So she just, she
That's going to break
ignites
your
the
car.
gas
Well, she had set something up to use the lighter.
in the house.
Yeah. And then she just never did it for whatever reason, I think. I feel like. I'm going to say.
You sure? I don't remember that. Was she setting up
Pretty
like
sure.
some candles? Was she going to invite them over?
Mhm.
Like,
So
let's
she
just...
wanted some ambiance for when they did show up.
Yeah.
Because you never know, like,
Make it
when
feel
someone's
comfortable.
coming over, like, how far is this going to go? Do I go too romantic?
Right.
Or what?
Because I kind of want them to touch me with their toes, but I don't want to like
I
lead with
kind of
that.
want it.
You just
Right.
play some ambiance, and like that gets him in the mood.
Mmm.
Okay,
Show
how
me your
many animals
toes!
has she killed at this point?
fucking toes!
Well, after she barbecues Biggins,
Yeah,
she's only killed 2. She only kills 2.
killed 2. She upset Little Man quite a bit
She's-
with all the damage he's taken.
She's impaled
I
him.
think Little Man's dead. She smashed his
Yeah,
face.
he's gonna be
No, he-
okay.
No, he dropped out later. I thought he came outside.
I need him to be
Maybe he
okay
didn't.
because Little Man's my favorite. I need him to
Now-
make it through.
Do we count them as kills if she doesn't actually kill the Spaghetti Monster? Because Spaghetti Monster crawled out of the one in the house.
The host will say,
Why it took all night, I don't know.
it's hard to get out of throats when you're a spaghetti monster. Spaghetti monster doesn't
And
know
they're
how to
dead.
spaghetti.
Hey, we've all been there. But anyway, she's done some serious fucking damage to these things. She's not an easy, grab until they remember, oh yeah, we have the tools, we have the talent.
We have a tractor beam.
We have a tractor beam. And they're very good at like moving this thing throughout the house. It's weird. So she runs back into the house and the tractor beam's like trying to follow her. She goes upstairs and she shuts the door in time. And I blinked and the next thing I remember is she got thrown through a fucking wall.
That happened.
That happened.
So was there another one already back in that room, I think?
So the one that
Yes.
she had left in the basement eventually makes the way up to the I don't know if it's a real attic, but like an upstairs bedroom where
Right.
we get the shot where all the letters that she has been like therapeutically writing to get over her grief and guilt and all that stuff are just hanging like macabre little, I don't know, wind chimes up there, man. It's no good. It's creepy. This is why the town doesn't
creepy.
like her, Daniel. She's a
Don't be
creep.
creepy. Let it go.
They
He's
don't know that.
psychic.
They don't go in there.
They could sense it.
Yeah, you can sense creepiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that alien has played this Mortal Kombat level before, though, and he knows exactly how to do it to knock her right through the wall into the next area.
Ah.
Right. Yep.
And then it's those weird robot-y movements again. Instead of just turning around and walking, it decides that all I'm going to do is flip my torso 180 degrees and then flip my head after that. Instead of just turning around, I'm going to do this weird movement that just...
You say weird. I say efficient.
I don't think that's more efficient than just turning around. It took some time. He's just trying to show off. And then she's out there crawling away again. And again, if they had some urgency, they could get her. As she goes running, and then all of a sudden, freeze frame.
Freeze frame.
They got her ass. Trapped her in a red tractor beam, and then they're like, raise the roof, drop her ass. Catch her ass, drop her ass all the way to the floor. Raise the roof. That's the order of what happens while she's in the tractor beam. They like pick her up, drop her, but then they catch her, but then they let her go the rest of the way to the floor, and then they slam her ass back against the ceiling.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then
Why?
Explain this to me.
Because
Mm.
after she barbecues Biggins, I start losing interest in what's happening. The movie for me just starts to drag because then we're back to the same location, we're back to the house, we're again getting stalked by another alien. Okay, now we're getting stalked by light beams. Great. And now we're frozen, and now it's just I don't know, playing with I'm like,
so the up
whatever.
and down, the ups and downs, that represents the ups and downs of life. You know, it's not always going to be all ups. There's going to be dips. It's like a roller coaster. It's going to go down, but it's going to go back up.
Whee! That's
Yeah,
okay.
it's
You
fine.
know?
Now explain this next part to me.
Sure.
The Gray slow walks into the room while she's tractor beamed to the ceiling. In my head, Man in the Mirror is playing
Yeah.
by Michael Jackson. Why is that?
Because you
For some reason,
wish you could
I
be at
understand.
Neverland.
Oh yeah, you would have loved it there.
Yeah.
You would have done well.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I don't know why, but he's walking in and all I'm thinking is like he's jamming in his head. With the man in the mirror.
How are you getting like so high pitch that Discord won't even share with us the beauty of it?
No, you'll hear it later. That's a little treat for you guys in the future. Oh God! And then she's like, "Look, you know that scene in Spider-Man where they kiff?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna beat that. He's floating up for a little kiff.
What if we kiffed with slugs?
With slug kiff.
It was a slug kiff.
Oh my
What
God!
if we
Just
did that?
thinking about it, his eyes rolls in the back of his head.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah.
Oh, he's like, oh, baby bird, little bird, have spaghetti. Here it comes. Open wide. Here's the tongue. No,
Enjoy
it's spaghetti. Monster.
Enjoy your bug snack.
Oh, and I would.
Bug snacks.
Bug snacks. Yeah, and then boom, she wakes up in bed. Whole thing was a dream. Or was it?
I'm like, oh no, getting the tentacle
Ryan,
blob. It grants your wishes,
What if
Kenny.
the movie ended right there?
Fantastic, we're done.
Yeah, you would have liked
that?
if she woke up and the whole thing had just been a dream.
Oh, would I have liked? Oh no, I would have liked it if she gets assimilated.
And then the movie just ends.
And it ends with her her imaginary apology to her dead friend, and that's where the movie ends. I think I would have liked this a little bit better, but it's okay,
first off,
you get the blob, it's in your mouth, great. It's like eating the apple in Labyrinth, and you get everything you want. But you know what? That apple has a worm in it, or in this case, a slug.
Don't you want it? Don't you want it?
That's fair. The apology wasn't imaginary. The apology was real. Okay, the friend was imaginary.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, you don't discredit Bryn. She was sincere.
Very sincere. I'm sure. Yes.
How dare you? How dare you? But hey, perfect dream. Tiny village. You came home. It's back. Tiny village is back. Sun be shining. What color dress was she wearing in the dream?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I figured you'd look at it because you're obsessed with women's clothing.
You're not?
It feels nice, but there's no pockets.
He's right.
When he's right,
Yeah.
he's right. That's how I know I've
He's
put on
right.
the wrong pair of pants. When I try to put my hands and I go, wait a second, there's
No
no
pockets.
pockets.
No pockets.
But
Now,
my butt
Maud
looks
comes-
amazing.
It looks so good. Yeah, she's walking around the house. She's kind of in a daze. We hear some noises, and then there's Maud, and we know that Maud's dead, and she knows that Maud's dead. And I'm wondering if the aliens have been struggling to interpret her memories because she's been writing to Maud like she's still alive. So maybe they're thinking like we show her Maud, she's going to be comfortable because hey, Maud's here, but they don't actually have an idea of what Maud would look like now, so it's all out of focus. I'm wondering if it's out of focus for her too, or if it's just us. Like we don't clearly see Maud.
Right. I don't know if the aliens are able to implant the imagery or just give you the sensation and let you come up with the image, right?
I think they can draw out what's already there.
Yeah.
So it's
Work
like
with what they
you
got.
want.
But the AI can only do what you've taught it.
Yes, and that's why it needs to source all of the letters and the pictures, and that's why it needs to steal from all of those hard artists so it can produce it, Daniel.
Yeah.
The definition of stealing
Talk to me.
is taking something away from someone.
Like Bryn took away Maud's life.
Mm-hmm. She stole it.
it.
Steal someone's art, then they no longer have it, right?
Oh.
Piracy, different thing.
Plagiarism.
Different thing.
Hair loss.
Your
Real
thing.
thing. Real problem. We're gonna get you the treatment you need, buddy.
I think
Look,
at this
Okay?
point, I need a
willing
spaghetti
to promise
monster
this
in
to
my
you
throat.
right here, right
What
now.
kind
The
of
spaghetti monster,
wild,
the little tentacles are gonna
what
come
dreams
out of your
may
throat.
come?
They're gonna
kind
go.
of dream would I
They're
get?
gonna. Oh, okay. So you would just be covered in fur.
That's too much,
like
though.
Oh my
your
God.
cousin. Your cousin
it's
it
not.
now.
It's perfect for you, buddy. You're gonna rock it. But it turns out you're a lot like Bryn, because you're like, fuck off. I don't even like spaghetti.
I don't, and I'm
And
willing
you're
to
gonna-
take. I'm willing to deep throat myself with my fist and just
Hold on.
rip that back out. Isn't that what the
Daniel
kids say
doesn't
these
know
days?
spaghetti.
Daniel wants to
Ryan
know
doesn't
if you
like
don't like
spaghetti.
spaghetti.
Ryan doesn't like spaghetti.
Wait,
No, he
spaghetti?
probably actually does like spaghetti.
Oh, I love
He
spaghetti.
just said he doesn't.
Who said they don't
We
like
say
spaghetti?
stuff in here all the time. We lie all the time. I listened to an episode the other day, and I gave the sequel of a movie a totally different name than it actually was, and we didn't address that at all.
Well,
I
that's
have
not
to
a
tell-
lie.
You don't listen, folks. You don't come
Unless
here
you do
for
it on
factual
purpose.
information.
That's
you
not
come
true.
here for
A
shenanigans.
Silent Place is a wonderful series films.
Place. Oh Lord!
that this movie
Well,
borrows from. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, she deep throats herself, gets that spaghetti monster out of her, and they start blasting her with noise because she won't eat her fucking dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's running in the woods, and then there's a second her.
Doppelganger her, but this one's evil because they're like, oh, come here, little one, let me lay down your burden. Stab, 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 shake, shake, shake.
Step.
Because there can be only one.
There can be only one.
There can be only
She
one.
hated herself. But you know what?
Yeah.
Both hers are brutal, okay? She pulls out the box cutter and slices her own throat, while other her's own throat. And then she slowly comforts herself as she dies at her hands.
I think that's supposed to be, is that supposed to be her forgiving herself?
Like, look, you had to do a stab. You're a violent person. It's okay. It's okay. I think it's just you don't want to let yourself die. That's you, dog.
Okay.
I don't know what it means. Daniel, at the end of this,
It
I'm
gets
going to
really
ask,
convoluted.
what was this movie? Was there a point to this movie?
Oh, hell yeah.
There was
Don't
a point
even worry
for
about
sure.
it. We'll get there. After that, she's in the woods again, like by herself now. There's another shot of a big dude, like in the forest before she gets beamed up. It is so good.
Oh, hi,
I love
guys.
it so much. Yeah. Yeah. Doing poses. And then
Right.
she gets beamed up this time. Like
He
they
gang
actually get her.
signed this time. He gang signed that she's slippery. We gotta
She's slippery.
The double
put that
track-
She's
put the tractor
prickly.
beam on 100.
Like, you remember
He's
when
a
we
little
watched...
angry.
A little angry. You remember when we
He's
watched
like an
Silence
angry
of
little
the Lambs?
porcupine.
And we put
No.
that guy... They put that guy in that, like...
What's that about?
thing. Like, you gotta put her in that thing. So she doesn't, like... She bit little dude.
Oh shit!
So,
yeah,
like,
and
cover
she
her
didn't
mouth.
swallow.
She didn't swallow little dude. That's offensive.
In bird culture, that would be considered a dick move.
In their alien culture, she just had sex with little dude.
A dick move.
And they should have consummated it with the barbecue of big guy in the car. She's screwing up this whole relationship.
Whole thing. Worst wedding ever.
Mm.
So now she gets slowly fingered on the
Well, I'm sorry, what?
spaceship.
Oh,
You know, they
okay, yes.
Slowly bring the finger in and touch her forehead. Because now we need to go deeper. Memory time.
Memory time.
So she's walking around in her memories, like that episode of Rick and Morty, Rickception.
Never heard of it.
Show me what you got.
That's a different episode.
We see young Bryn working on tiny village stuff with mom,
God damn it, Daniel.
and then it.
Take a shit on the floor. Get swifty.
Get swifty.
Oh.
Oh God!
What if they had done the mind probe and all they saw were episodes of Rick and Morty?
That'd probably be your head, buddy.
What?
They would just see the Australian episode for me.
Oh, getting my cube. Going to Bendigo.
Gotta go. We gotta go to Bendigo.
Oh, I put diesel in it, Morty.
Fucked up.
It's me, your dad. It's me all along.
It was your dad the whole time.
You're just so
No.
stupid. You didn't know.
Gotta put the wiggle worm on your cock.
Put the wiggle worm on your cock, Morty.
Why? Just, I think at this point, this movie was going like, oh, look at your emotions taking you down. And if it had gone up with some levity, I would have liked it more.
Okay, look. I'll explain why they do this when we get through this, all right? So we see her with her mother. Like, okay, she had a good childhood. We move, we hear kids playing. So they're trying to find what made this lady a badass.
Hmm.
And they're going to find out she was always a badass. These kids are playing.
They're trying to find the source of her trauma.
No. No, they want to know, why is this a warrior queen?
Yes. What made her?
She
How do we
rules,
make more
but
warrior queens?
they completely skipped over her fucking just marathoning Xena.
Yeah, they missed that. Well, they're like, look, I don't know. Are they together or not? Will they, won't they? Like, they need to be together, and they got tired of that, so they stopped the marathon.
Are we talking about Frodo and Sam?
Oh, you're talking?
No,
No, he's talking about Gabriella and Xena.
Yes, thank you, Daniel. You know what I'm talking about. You're a good boy. Ryan's a piece of shit. We see...
I wish those hobbits would have just gone at it.
Oh, they should have.
There's no hobbits
Go
in
right
Xena.
into that. Go right into
Ryan,
that hobbit hole, if you know what I'm
you
saying.
ignorant skink.
Don't forget about Elevensies. Young Bryn
Daniel doesn't know about 11
is
cents.
he doesn't know is having a look. Well, at first I think they're just laughing together because we don't really hear it. Like young Bryn and young Maud, they're standing in the woods, but then Maud does a shoves Bryn down. Now Bryn's like, look, okay, she's getting her ass kicked at this point, so she lands with her hand on a rock. She's like, well, I got to defend myself, and I got to make sure I don't get the shit beat out of me. She stands up and she's like, well, all right, and then hits her in the head with the rock. Like does a swinging punch.
It's one fluid motion, up, swing,
Yeah, so it's instinct. This is an accident, if anything.
Yeah.
And
maybe Ryan disagrees. I don't know.
Old Bryn is
she didn't
over there.
accidentally pick up the rock.
Well, yeah,
No, she kind of did. Her hand fell on the rock.
Did the hand fall on the rock, or did the rock fall on her? Okay, I think her friend slipped and fell.
Oh.
Who's there to say?
There to say.
Well, if they had done this properly, if she had had a good mother would have helped her cover it up, as seen in the Korean film Mother.
Well, she killed her bitch ass instantly. That's all I'm saying. Don't start none, won't be none. Maud started it. Bryn just swung back.
She's a finisher.
Yeah, it's not her fault. Like I said, that her name is her head is made out of paper mache, and then young Bryn's back inside the house. Because we keep jumping forward. We see young Bryn. We see the sad chief and the lady and stuff. We realize Maud is their daughter. Bryn's like really into Stan, so she's in there like writing her Dear Slim letters, and she realizes I could just be writing these to Maud.
Yeah, she pivots.
Yeah, so let me just
write
these.
It's a good pivot, because I don't think Eminem wants any more of those letters.
No, he's tired of them. Okay? And they're like, shit, dude! Let her go! She kills everything! Like, can't have that! We gotta keep her happy. She's
we keep her around.
Now.
We turn her into our Achilles.
Yes, Daniel. Yes. So they send her ass back down to Earth. And she's laying there all day. She's still bleeding out from the stomach wound, and she gets like a pretty light show like flashing on her, and she like starts smiling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, game recognizing game. And then it's all happy and sunny, and we see like...
Okay, so my question, the light show, are those the same color lights that were in the room with her? With the aliens?
Oh.
Because if so, then it's possible that she's still in her head.
That she just got another slug put in her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is possible. Because it's a lot of stuff could have happened here, and none of it makes complete sense.
It's not... Yeah.
But it's fun.
It's fun, Ryan.
It's fun, Ryan, because after they see that she did the murder and stuff like that, the camera like pulls out of her head, and all the aliens are just standing around her, and they have like, oh shit, looks in their faces. Like, oh shit.
I think they're like, we solved it.
Yeah.
Ladies
Good
and
job,
gentlemen.
everybody.
Good job, everybody. They high foot each other.
And now they were able to properly assimilate her because they knew what her trauma was that was preventing her from being a part of the group.
I still don't think they assimilate her.
Well, if she's still in her head, then I'm assuming.
If she's still in her head, then yes. But
that's
if
what
not,
I'm saying.
then
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they all clapped. Like
So-
one of them stood up and like wiped his brow, and the rest of them were like, "Oh my god!"
well, you
like,
were
slow
clapping
clap.
with your hands. They wouldn't do it with their hands.
Oh, they do it
would
with
do it with their feet.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so on this theory that I'm almost 100% behind with you. Okay, so it's the first they tried just putting the alien in her, and they're like, okay, she's sad about her dead friend. We'll give her dead friend back, and she's one of us. That didn't work, so they're like, okay, so what does she really want then? She wants to be accepted. She wants to be forgiven. Okay.
She wants to have her apology accepted.
So we give her that, and she won't reject the assimilation.
Because really, she wants to forgive herself.
I'm willing to go with you that she's been assimilated. Okay.
That's a possibility.
That's cool.
That's not the one I like, though.
As much as I prefer the whole town gets wiped out because they were douchebags.
Yeah. She, it's all bright and sunny. There's people moving around in her yard doing things like they're setting something
They're cleaning up.
Yeah, they're cleaning things up. They're all being friendly to her. She's no longer a pariah. She's in her idyllic village now.
She's changed into the yellow dress.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the yellow dress on that Ryan loves. And we're going to have like a little town dance. And now they have to dance with her. And she's dancing with the first guy she's seen at the beginning of the movie that just like shunned her and walked away when she pulled up in the car. And like then the late title card pops up and it's Footloose 2, Alien Boogaloo.
I was going to say it was Invasion of the Body Snatchers meets La La Land.
As you can see, they've all got the throat parasite.
And they're all so happy now.
And there's UFOs in the sky.
And imagine the delicate footwork that they could do with those finger toes.
Oh
Man.
man.
My God.
Yeah. But the aliens win. But you gotta wonder, are there like a certain amount of people that were allowed to exist like she was?
It's like the world's end.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna... Yeah. That was the movie I was gonna tell them to go watch.
Oh, I was going to say, go watch any of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Go watch The Thing.
No.
You can watch... If you want a more serious alien... Well, I mean, not that this isn't serious. If you want a more like straightforward, maybe darker alien type movie, yeah, The Thing. But I think you want more gray styles. You want to see actual aliens like running around, not just like creature things. Then you probably want to see, I don't know. Do you ever see it in what's the Shyamalan one?
Signs?
Signs. You ever?
Yeah.
You see them like towards the end,
Yeah.
right?
Kinda.
That one's. Yeah, that one's okay.
Good. I was trying to think, what is another movie kind of like this? Signs. Very good. Yes.
Yeah.
Signs is, yeah. But Signs gets all religious.
Hey, don't we all? Stephen King recommended the Twilight Zone episode, The Invaders.
Okay.
He really liked this movie, so
What does he know?
Did he?
he knows ball.
Yeah, he said very nice things.
Yeah, he's a fan. That other record.
He said, I haven't been this attracted to feet
Oh
since
my
I first
God.
I was
met
gonna
my
say,
wife.
does he have a feet thing? Because I think his frog mouth could open up and just gobble all the toes at once.
Gobble 'em.
Slurp
Gobble 'em
them
up.
down. Gobble, gobble. Slurpy,
Daniel
slurpy.
already mentioned it. If you want like another fun alien movie, do The World's End. You can watch Paul, I guess. That's got an alien. You can watch Alf, the TV show
Okay,
Alf.
I'm gonna give the recommendation to end all recommendations.
Hit me.
Mac and Me.
Hell yeah. You watch Mac and Me, and you're gonna love yourself afterwards. You're gonna love everyone.
Because you've hit rock bottom, so the only way to go is up. Yeah, I get it.
Mac and Me is a fantastic movie that I watched a lot as a child, okay?
It explains a lot.
What's weird is somehow my body took on the shape of those aliens.
It's skinny fat.
Skinny fats, all in the midriff.
I guess, is it all, what else would you call that? Like trailer park fat?
Yeah, that's accurate.
So
White trash fat?
you said you were
Yeah,
going to tell me,
again.
does this movie have a message? Or
Forgiveness.
Don't
okay.
be a dick. Yeah, don't be a dick or shit's gonna happen to you. Like, get over it. There was a kid, made a mistake. I can understand maybe you have a tinge of pain, but you gotta be the, like, adult. If you have an issue with this person, it's not their responsibility to leave. Maybe you should have left. Like, maybe that family should have left. Not Bryn.
Wouldn't it have been easier for Bryn to leave?
Well, I think...
Because she doesn't have a job?
Yeah, but I think if the chief and the wife left, I don't think the rest of the town cares. I think they're the ones keeping...
You don't care if your chief of police, who you've probably had for many, 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 many years,
Can you
just
name
leaves?
a single chief of police that the town you live in has ever had?
I'm the wrong person to ask about that, but...
You think any of these people in this town really care?
Okay,
I can,
let's say this
but
is
I won't
the
name drop them.
town... Let's say if this is the town of Twin Peaks. If your chief, if that sheriff leaves, that's no bueno.
That's true, but that's a special town. They don't make towns like that anymore. Okay? We don't care anymore. We don't even defund the police.
We don't even know our neighbors.
Right, exactly. The moral of the story
But
is get
At
rocks
the
out
end
of
of
your
this,
forest because
they
kids
all
be dying.
do know each other, and they're dancing together and having a great time.
They are having
Thanks
a great
to
time.
the aliens.
How quickly did the aliens learn those dance moves? I think pretty quick, right?
She probably taught them.
Yeah. Like, here's the steps. Like, you do this. Now you kith.
And then the aliens are like, so we all have to use rotary phones? Why?
Yeah, you do. It's quaint.
You do. Now take your toes, stick it. You could fit all the toes in the hole and just move them. Oh, doesn't that feel good? That rotation.
Oh my god. Imagine if they put bugles on their toe fingers.
Okay, here's the sad news I give you about bugles these days. You can't even fit a regular finger in them. They've lost their purpose.
Oh my god. Bugles have gone downhill. I thought you were going to tell me they don't
They're
sell them
basically
anymore.
flat. They're practically flat.
Alright, look. Make bugles great
Make
again.
bugles great again.
Tired of these flat-ass bugles.
Okay,
Okay, I'm going to ask again. Did you guys like this movie?
yeah, dog. I loved it. I thought it was really bold to have no dialogue.
Yeah? Brian?
In a lesser movie, the character would have been talking to herself all over the place.
True.
The movie drags after a big alien gets barbecued.
You fucking drag.
You drag. Look, it takes a turn.
Sometimes you let me do it, okay? It's not a crime. Okay.
That is indeed a horrible opinion.
I mean,
That
it's not
I
that
do
bad
it?
of an opinion. It's a fine
I
opinion.
will find my clothes. It's fine.
It's not like saying that Outwaters has better shots than Midsommar.
Here's what I'm gonna.
That's
Who
not
would
that
say
level of an
that?
opinion.
Cool your brains. Here, cool your ballerina toes. Here is what I'm gonna say. This movie has very good moments, very interesting set pieces. Okay, there are parts of this where I'm with you. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's spooky. For me, it's a movie you rent. It's not a movie you buy.
Oh, it's a good thing it was already on Hulu then.
Do Hulu
Yeah, that's true.
stuff not come out on DVD? I don't know.
Do Hulu stuff not come out on DVD?
So they've started to get some physical releases. Like Prey was a Hulu thing, and it just got a Blu-ray release last month, I think. So there's been a push for it, even though places are no longer wanting to carry physical stuff.
You only own physical stuff
Yeah, you only own physical shit. So, I love this movie. It got a 6.3 on IMDb. I think that's low.
I'd give it a 7.
I'd give it 7.5.
Ryan would give it
I think Ryan's okay with a 6.3.
I'm okay with a 6.3.
Yeah.
I don't care about any of the rating numbers. You can give it any number you want. It don't matter. You want to give it?
Okay, but how many Squirtles would you give it? Like a whole gang of them?
Pew pew. Well, let's see. You get one Squirrel because everyone got paid. You get
Not a oh my
You get
god.
another Skittle because I could hear everything. You get 3 Starbursts because so I mean, really, you got a whole hand of nacho cheese. And now, isn't that worth it? Isn't that worth
Daniel,
Yeah.
give me your ranking of the Brian Duffield written that I mentioned. Underwater. Oh, he did both Babysitters, actually. Actually, no, he did the first Babysitter. The second one was based on characters he created. So I guess whatever. He did the Babysitter, Underwater, Love and Monsters, and this.
I'm gonna go Love and Monsters, Underwater, Babysitter, this.
I think I'm in total agreement. Love and Monsters is a damn good movie, and it did not get talked about enough.
Why didn't we
It's a
watch
great
that
time.
one?
We will.
Okay.
And you
Is
better
that-
have
is
your
it a
tissues
horror
handy.
movie? Does it matter if it's a horror movie?
It's
I
got
don't know.
monsters. It's horror adjacent.
It's got monsters, Ryan.
It's got monsters.
Just not the kind we're used to dealing with.
I don't think it's a Ryan movie, to be honest.
What do you mean? I like Steel Magnolias. Bring it. What do you got?
I don't know what that is.
I've watched Driving Miss Daisy so many times, Daniel.
I do know that about you.
I'm shaking
Didn't
my
say
head.
didn't say he liked Driving Miss Daisy. Just said that he watched it a lot.
Oh, nobody enjoyed driving her. Yeah, it wasn't a good gig.
No, she's so thinks people are stealing from her all the time. Complaining about people nicking her fine china. She's, she starts off not so great.
Not so great. Any other recommendations?
Driving Miss Daisy.
Oh, Lord. I mean, I'd recommend some home invasion movies. What's another home invasion movie where it's just one lady against the world? Ooh.
You're next.
Well, okay, that's a good one. I was thinking about someone who was solo the whole time. What's
Toolbox?
Is it Mute? No, not Mute.
What did
What's
you
the-
just
I
say?
said Toolbox.
The other one.
What's the one with, God, what's her name?
Think of Toolbox Murders?
Basinger?
Ken Bassett?
He's doing
I'm
the
doing the bit. It's oh my god, is it Basinger or Bass? I don't know. Yeah, I am unintentionally doing a Family Guy bit. Yeah, isn't that something?
Hush is the one I was thinking of.
What's the one I'm thinking of?
Hush is a banger.
Hush is a banger.
Have you seen Hush, Ryan? It's a banger.
Which one's Hush?
And the Hush
She's
is...
deaf?
Yeah, it's Mike Flanagan flick. His Kate Segal
Oh,
is
wait,
a deaf
he's
author.
Oh, a deaf author. No.
She's deaf.
She's deaf, and there's a home invasion. So she doesn't say anything for that whole movie.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
So I'd say it's a perfect companion.
Perfect.
And any intruder into your house that was uninvited, you could say is an alien intruder. So same,
But different.
but different. Well,
Well, I got dresses to sew. I got grieving
got,
parents to remind them of their child's
I
demise.
got ladies to spit on.
I got
got-
toes that need
I got
wait,
little
popping
freaks
and
to flash gang
stepping.
signs at.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Take us back
hold
to
on.
town. What are we watching
Oh.
next?
Okay.
I don't know. What day is today?
So this is December 22nd. So
Oh
the
my
next
God.
episode is the Christmas bonus episode.
So the next one we're gonna be watching and releasing on I hear those jingle ring-a-ling ding ding. I don't know how that song goes. There's something in the barn.
Now I don't know this. This is a Ryan choice. So
This is a Christmas movie?
This is I'm not sure. The only thing I know about it, I
Okay.
think it is like winter based, but
Winter. No one cares about winter, Ryan. For the Christmas special, it's supposed to be a fucking Christmas movie.
we could
What
have
are you
done.
doing?
We could have done Krampus.
no, there's something in the barn. Maybe Krampus is in the barn, Kenny.
Is it? If this turns out to not be a Christmas
Oh
movie,
my
I want you to
God.
know we are going to roast you so
So
fucking hard.
Fucking hard. So be prepared for that episode in 3 days
You
when we
Wait,
destroy Ryan.
are you saying that when you come for me that no one will save me?
Get out. As always,
get out's a different movie.
I've been your horrible host, Kenny, who says, honestly, it's the parents' fault for leaving that rock out there, so the child shouldn't be held responsible. Mom was dead, Dad was just in jail because it was his fault. Did I say my name? Kenny.
Once again, I am your limacologist, Daniel.
Yellow. It's all about yellow, guys.
If I could spit on Ryan, I would spit on him so hard right now.
My mouth
Right
is open
now.
wide, like a big old shark.
Right in his mouth.
Now that's a movie.
Goodbye.
Don't start none, won't be none. Mod started it.